Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for following, watching SKTV. Welcome to today's edition. Welcome to the show. Welcome, welcome. Let's share the show, guys. As you join us, share the show, please. As you join us, let's share the show. Feels good to be back on Facebook and other places. Let's share the show, guys. Please, let's share the show. Invite someone for today's edition. Welcome to the show. A lot of things to talk about. Welcome and welcome. There are a lot of things happening. Welcome to the show. Welcome to today's edition. Happy 1st of April. Customarily in Liberia, it's April Fool's Day or April Fool Day, however you want to term it as. Um, we will we'll have you share the show. Siku will be joining us. Milburn will be joining us. Ha! There are a lot of things to talk about. A lot of unfoldings, a lot of updates. We'll be making some recommendations here, free of charge. But let's share the show, please. Tell us where you're following us from, where you're watching us from. Let's please share the show. Welcome to today's edition. Welcome to SK TV. A lot to uncover. We'll talk a little bit about international news, about what's going on around the world. Hey, there is a lot to talk about. Why not talk about it? But let's share the show. Let us know where you're joining us from as you come on. Um, there is just a lot to talk about. There is a lot. We are not short of news here today. We intend to carry this up as well. If the conversation does not end today, we will, Hashem Fambule, we will definitely, definitely continue tomorrow. But we have so much to talk about. So much things are unfolding. A lot of things have happened in the past 2 weeks. Um, a lot of unfolding. We'll also talk to you about some of our predictions that are unfolding, and they will unfold even clearer for you to see. Yes, as you join us, please let us know where you're watching us from. We'll recognize you here momentarily, but let's welcome one another. Let's invite our friends. In a moment here, I'll be sharing the show because I'm on Facebook now. I can share the show. I can share the show too now. Yeah, yeah. There's a lot to talk about. The betrayal, the conspiracies, the lies in the Liberian politics. My goodness, it is ununderstandable. But we must discuss these things because this is part of the preparation for 2023 elections. That is, if it holds. A lot of things happening. But we'll also, in other news, before we get to other news, we're just welcoming everybody. Before we get to other news, we're working on a serious, serious corruption allegation in Liska. We're working on it, and it will shock you to know that Buffer Chambers is involved. But again, it's an allegation. We want the facts, the documents to support these facts. We want the evidences so that when we discuss it, we'll discuss it in details. Yes, you heard me right. I don't know what happened, but I got kicked out of the studio. I don't know what's going on. But hey, I'm back. I'm back, guys. Let's share the show. I'm getting notification that some of you have already started sharing the show. Thank you. Sharing into your groups, the groups that don't like you, the groups that like you, the one that can gossip about you, the one that you cool with, the one that you can gossip about things that don't benefit other people, that don't benefit the world, the one that you can sit and talk about other people, marriages, the relationships, the family, the children. Go share it to them. Share it to the fools, the grown women who are misbehaving on Facebook 24/7. Go share in the chat room and they can learn important things for the future because some of them are already in the future. They're already at the stage of die anyways because you in your 50 and you still misbehaving. Something gotta be really, really wrong with you. But hey, this is the society we find ourselves in. So let's share the show to all of them. Let's share the show to all of them because we are here to have this discussion. And yes, we're folded back. I'm folded back on Facebook, as you already know. Let me just make this disclaimer before we go anywhere. Before we go any further. If I see a couple of people who used to be friends on Facebook, I don't know if the one more I took off the black me or whatever it is. If you black me or you unfriend me on Facebook, because either you were mad at me or you have an issue with me and you send me friend request, I will not accept a friend request. Nobody blacks me on Facebook. Send me friend request and I say, I'm not a fool. You all be on your foolish thing. Your request will be there till you die. I will never accept it. Never. Unless you go create another page. But that particular name, if we're friend only on Facebook, you went ahead and unfriend me and you come back, you send me friend request, I'm not confused. I'm still here at the same person. So I'm not accepting your friend request. Don't waste your time because I'm not going to approve it. It will be there. I will see. I will bye-bye. I will never approve it. That is to tell you, don't fool around. Let me say it again. If we were friends on Facebook and you unfriend me for whatever reason, whether you mad at me or I mad at you, and you go, keep it moving, bon voyage. Don't send me friend request again because I will not accept it. You're wasting your time. I will not accept your friend request. Nope, I don't do that. I'm very consistent in what I do. I'm straightforward in what I do. I will not accept a friend request. You are confused. I'm not confused. I've been here all this while you've been mad. But let's share the show. Because there's a lot of things to talk about. We'll also talk to you about, we'll also inform you about what's unraveling and unfolding in the camps of Rescue 1 and Rescue 2. Oh, no. No. Look, you haven't seen anything yet. You haven't seen anything yet. Yes, I don't know. Somebody kicked me out. I don't know. There's been an attempt over and again to shut down SKTV. I don't know. I don't know. Somebody would text on Facebook or on WhatsApp, and it's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. It's ununderstandable. But again, hey, we don't care about people playing games. We don't care about people bouncing around. We are here. We're here. We are here. I don't know. We are here. So we don't care about people playing games or whatever it is. Any way you put it, we'll still be here. We're not going nowhere. You're getting us a hard time. We here. What up? 10 people watch you. One person watch you. The thing was what we're talking. And the thing what we have said, they were happening. Because they're the truth. They were what they went through to come to those things. And today we'll try to tell you guys why we've said certain things and why certain things must happen and will happen. You know, just before we get into recognizing you and getting into other news here, I had an opportunity to browse through Facebook. I had an opportunity to browse through Facebook, through YouTube. I watched a couple of videos of grown men, and the reason I'm specific and emphatic about the word grown men is because I want you to understand that these are not young people making decisions. grown men confessing to how they play games with Dole and how games were played and how Dole played games with them, former President Dole, and how the other party they join the other faction, they join the other faction, they join. And how they lie on the other person. I had the opportunity to listen to one other guy testifying about Flanzamiton and just these different guys and the 50 caliber and this one and the one, the BB gun and the Dole and the plot and that other one. We have a serious, messy history, a serious mess that our entire country is engulfed with deception from our leaders. People who have power, people who have authority and influences, they're just deceptive to the core. They've lied to our people so much. And so when they see people come around who want to say the truth, they get pissed off. They try to isolate, alienate, attack, do this one, do that one to you. They recruit among themselves. They recruit people amongst us, our friends, some of our relatives, our loved ones, to serve as double agents or agents for them, to play games, only to benefit them and keep the poor people down. It is troubling. It is troubling, my people. Some of the things that we know, some of the things that I'm aware of now, they're very scary. They're very scary. Very, very scary. But we have decided to take this road. We will not stop. We will not relent. I don't care who you are. Some of you will never see you in my life. Some of you will never be my friends in person. You can come on Facebook and say what you want to say. We're not in the same league. We'll never be in the same league. Keep it moving. As a matter of fact, I will do my best. I will do my best to ignore you. You won't write your comments. I will not even acknowledge you because you're nothing. You're nobody. Yeah. You're just another down the line recruit, poo-poo platoon who don't even understand anything. So I don't get time to explain to you, clarify to you, justify to you. Nothing. Nothing. So I would not acknowledge, dignify some of your comments. I will not go into it. I will just leave you alone. Keep on with whatever you believe. Support whoever you want to support. Keep living in your delusion, dilemma, confusion. Keep going on. It's even better for you as a person. It's better that you be that way because we can't waste time to get grown people to reality. But welcome to the show. Today is April 1st. Sorry, I took the day too far. April 1st, 2023. Today is Saturday. We start the new month. I'd like to use this opportunity to recognize one or two people really quick here on SKTV. As you write, we'll recognize you. Let's share the show. The show will get very, I don't want to use the word noisy, but it will get very interesting. You will learn some things here today. We'll supply you and give you some information. I want you to watch what's about to happen. Serious noise. Pardon, fool. Go take your pen and paper as we speak. Please, going forward, this time you should be writing things down. So that when it happens, whether you want to give up credit, you want to take credit, you want to give it to other people, you don't want to give credit, you want to keep quiet about your business. It doesn't matter. But let's get to recognize one or two people here. Ruth Roberts, welcome. Ruth is very supportive. She's been with us with SKTV for, I don't know, forever. Ruth has been with us. Thank you, Ruth, for all you do. Thanks for your support. Ruth is not only supportive morally, she does not only come to support financially, she's also one of the people that help contribute whenever the Cash App is there. We say thank you, Ruth. Thank you so much. Let's move on to the next person. Yvette, see first, welcome to the show. Is that Hasim Fambule? Hasim Fambule, welcome to the show. I'm trying to put this earbud on my ear here because You see, like, I'm show me get no, I say, the man is spotting from this guy. What the man comes today? You can buy, we said we don't get no. You already know. Those of you who can call Seku to talk to me, Seku can talk to me, yeah. I don't know if you can call your name to me or not, but Seku can talk to me. Slow down, yeah, on your yeah. I can listen to Seku recommendation, yeah. But I get a decision to make as a grown man. Seku does not. See, that's the beauty of SKTV. Nobody censors anyone. Nobody tells anyone what to say or what not to say. So your messages are brought clear. And everybody, everybody got their own personality. Seku is Seku. I'm Steve. But let's get to it. Welcome to the show, Momolu. Welcome to the show. You're watching us from Birmingham, USA. Emmanuel, welcome to the show. Watching us from New Jersey. Emmanuel, thank you for following SKTV. Let's let's get to the next person here. Cyrus Manem, my man, welcome to the show. Thank you for following SKTV from all the way Liberia. People, let's share the show. You're not sharing the show. You're playing. You're making jokes. Please share the show. I gotta. Okay, I will do this. So, Smith Awe, what's up, my man? My man, don't bring noise here, my man. I will take you. Marilla Moore, welcome to the show. Theophilus, welcome to the show. Prince, welcome to the show. Edwin Kura, welcome to the show. Ali Donzo, welcome to the show. Tiger Page 2. My man, welcome to the show. What's your story, my man? My man, what thing going on, my brother? You buy one thing I love, but you outside of politics. You always, I'll give it to you. You always check up on me. I don't care what the politics, I'll tell you thank you. What the politics going on or no politics going on, you are always checking up. Thank you. Shame on me to not even reciprocate it. You always, once in a while, you always say, bro, I hope you're well. What's up? How everything? Thank you. Appreciate it. This is one of the persons I always, he's a brother, outside of politics, always checking up. We're always checking on each other. I mean, if I expose our secret to this area, but men can talk, or we tell you that statement, men can talk, or we tell you where it originated from and why. There is a context to that statement. I see people passing around laughing with it. There's music. We tell you that it was coded. You didn't get what it meant, but we'll talk about it. Let's get to the show here. Evangeline Hill, welcome to the show. Samira, welcome to the show. Orita, welcome to the show. Famba Toure, welcome to the show. My man, you will vote, man. You man. Randall, welcome to the show. Mustafa, welcome to the show. Duke, what's up, bro? My man, what's your story? Yeah, I don't know. Let me know what's up. Maybe, it can happen. Let me know. But we'll connect. We can talk. It can happen. You already know what time it is. Boy, welcome to the show. Miata Takina, what's up? Welcome to the show. I gotta hit Miata Takina up. She's one of the cool people too. Is what I always, making sure we good, checking up and saying what's up. Welcome to the show. Teacher, welcome to the show. And hey, many of you have checked up. You reached out or whatever it is. Justina Beverly Pajibo, what's up? We're feeling our talk. We're feeling that talk. We're feeling that talk. Brothers, welcome to the show. Let's see. Kula, welcome to the show. Kula, from all the tribe they ain't like, bro. Me, I just set it tone and keep it straight. Yeah, because I don't want nobody confused about where I'm at, what's going on. I let her keep it 100%. I just let her keep it. I don't know what I mean. Dorothy, what's up, mama? Dorothy Savage, long time. Say Ali, welcome to the show. Who else? Mohammed, welcome to the show. Who there? Henry, welcome to the show. Shims, welcome to the show. Who there again? Anita, Welcome to the show, Letty Brooks. Welcome to the show. Letty, I'm not sure that Letty or that Levy, I met one of you last year in Philadelphia. Sometime this week, the picture we took, it just pop up in my memories. I saw you, I was like, oops. But I'll put that picture on Facebook. Yeah, hold on, I'll put it there. I'll keep it. I'll keep it. The day you become vice president and you forget about me, I'm going to post that picture again. Say, let's let you know. We who let you not forget what I want. I know that you or that Levy, one of you guys, but I think that Letty, we met. I think that Letty. I don't think that Levy. Yes, I Letty, not Levy. Letty, that you. We met at the inauguration, sometime last year in Philadelphia. My first time meeting in person, cool. Thank you for the chit chat. You're very hospitable, cool. Thank you. Sanoyo Queen. Sanoyo Queen, thank you. Well, folks, Sanoyo Queen bought me the book for Rodney's here. There's some good people. I had made an announcement. I thought she was joking. She got me the book. But when I talk about Rodney's here book to here, that book is interesting. lot of things in that book. Bamba Bangali, welcome to the show. Who's there? Jerry, welcome to the show. Is that Eunice? Welcome to the show. Alfonso, welcome to the show. Isaac, welcome to the show. Let me see, it's repeated. Nama, welcome to the show. Nama Demi, welcome to the show. Victoria, welcome to the show. Bobby Crawford, welcome to the show. I met Bobby Ayo. Frederick, welcome to the show. Gwen, watching from Detroit, welcome to the show. Love, what's up, cousin? What's going on? Letty Brooks, welcome to the show. What's up, Enfre? What's up, bro? Oh, my brother Hank. Our my brother Hank is here watching. He's always supportive, even though he's not into politics, in all honesty, but he's always following the show, always commenting here and there. He's into music, but he's always following, always. Thank you, my man. Thank you, bro. And we'll catch up. Thanks for all you do. Comrade Angie, Agnes, welcome to the show. All right. Letty, thank you. Thank you so much. You know, most people don't see that part of me. They don't see that humble part of me. They don't know we gotta get called Joseph Bagacho. But I'll tell you why I called Joseph Bagacho. But I'll tell you today. I will tell you why I call him Joe Paul. I'm a Paul. You already know that I told you we've been rolling. I'm a Paul. We've been rolling a long time ago. I'm a Paul. I will tell you. I will tell some of you today why I call him Joe Paul. I will tell you today. Either today, if my guru had there, you're always saying that, bro. If my guru had there, I'll tell you. If my guru had there, I'll tell you. But anyways, let's share the show. Sorry, like I said, we have some technical issues. It's been happening. But sorry for the delay. Let's share the show. Announcement, I'm back on Facebook fully. My disclaimer hasn't changed. If I write a post, you come there. Just before we get into other news, you must stick with the messaging on the post. Soon you cross lines. This time, I'm not arguing. I will just block you. You gotta go. Fools are not my friends. No. I'm not gonna keep myself hard time with foolish people. I'm not gonna entertain the people who got patience and tolerance for you. Let them go there. I ain't got no patience, no tolerance for stupid or foolish people. I just want to be clear. That's my personal page. You come on Moses page. I write something and you don't stick with that conversation, you divert. You want to talk something else that has nothing to do with that situation. Don't worry, you're a fool. You gotta go. I'm not even going to respond to you. I will just block you and delete your post. Go somewhere with your foolery. Just so you know. Okay. So I'm not leaving, man. When somebody marries or wedding, I've been sick Forget what I think, brother. That's who will be checking because there's somebody married. Hey, yeah, different thing, man. Hey, yeah, different thing, brother. I want to be a little more married. So, ooh, I'm scared she married. You all right? Better get out of here. Anyway, let's get to the issues. Let's get to other news here really quick before we get into the. Look at my boy, Tommy, got full of nose. Check my mom and that lady married. Yeah, she married her too. See that thing, bro. Don't bring nose in the time I beg it. I mean, I design to leave nose. Don't bring nose, but I beg you back. Don't bring out all trouble here, please. We're not discussing marriage here. I don't talk personal. Like your business, you want to see Barcelona, Chelsea where? My man, Barcelona all they will carry La Liga. But anyway, folks, thank you for joining us. I like to go back to something really quick. We're getting to other news, but let me read what I wrote. December 29th. Let me read it again. Because it's there, it's on record, it's on my page. Moses. If you think I lie, go there. I don't delete my posts. I don't care who go talk to me behind the house. I don't delete it. Because when I'm writing it, I'm not drunk. I'm alert and oriented. Yeah, the show can go to the left and come out to the right, man. Leave that thing. That whole thing made the show. Fuck up with that thing. December 29th. This is what I wrote. Come 2023, there will be lots of strange, deceptive, and evil things going on in Liberia by politicians. The level of betrayal, death, and surprise to maintain power will be high. I'll leave it there with you. Some people came on there, as always, they were fully in there with confidence. I don't care about that. Some people came there, they attacked me on, they say food in there. Some people came at in, I block you because of my page. I can block you on SKTV, but I can block you on my personal page right now. I told you, I warn you. I don't care, we can be cool. You fool around, you gotta go. You're a fool. You're a fool, that's why you black. Let me put it that way. Yep. That's why you're black, you're a fool. But anyway, let's get to the issue, bro. I'm not here to justify to you why I black you. You are black because you're a fool. Simple. Let's move on. Anyways, in other news, our former president, President Donald Trump, has been indicted. Our former president has been indicted by the court, by the district attorney. My man, please don't distract. I beg you, but fool and I insult. You just refuse to follow instructions, so you're black. You're a fool. Anyways, by the district attorney, Donald Trump got indicted. Donald Trump will be in court. As I've always said, I love to watch Rachel Maddow. She talks a story in her presentation. But here's the interesting part. Here's what's interesting I want you guys to understand. Donald Trump didn't just get indicted because somebody hit him. Donald Trump did not get indicted because he was former president. There is a history, a pattern, and a story to his indictment. But not only that, before he got indicted, there are a lot of people he hurt, broke relationship with, lied on them, and so forth. My man, I will reconsider if I would turn you. Y'all let to test people. I told you, me, I'm Liberian man, but I grew up in different country. The country I grew up in, a French-speaking country. French people will tell you exactly what it is. They're not in that your Liberian thing. You can be my best friend. I give you instruction on my personal page. You follow it. You don't follow it, you gotta go. That means you're a fool. No fool can follow instruction. Brother, maybe next year I will look into it. After the election, I'll look into it. But right now, I ain't nothing. Brother, let's do the show by big you back, leave me back. You can go create a fake page and follow me from there. Not any problem. Right? You don't need to follow me because you say I give what I go hold it. So on Tuesday, Yes, like the cheerleaders said, Donald Trump would be going to New York. Very interesting. I guess there is a history behind it. But while we're in other news, that's from the international standpoint. While we're in other news, there are a lot of things unfolding. I hope I can get hold of maybe the Fadigas brothers, one of them, while we are on the show, because I'll give him credit. The 50 billion, I think some of you were on the show on Thursday. There was no time to push back on Rodney C. on the story that was published. But I hope next week, when he comes, we'll talk about it a little bit before we get into the book. Because it's important for us to understand what's happening. The government lied about the 50 billion. The article that it released to Front Page Africa is deceptive, it's deliberate, and a lie. So credit to the Fadiga brother who has been doing some extensive research. The Fadiga brothers, they've been doing some extensive research. I checked in with them because they made a statement that caught my attention. And they kind of shone light on some things. But as we always do on SKTV, we like to ask for documentary evidences to trace things. We were provided with some form of document to substantiate some of the researches, but the research is still ongoing. So this is interesting. That is in other news. With that, we'll try to get into it. We'd like to get hold of the Fadiga brother to see if they can throw a word or two on it. And we'll go from there. But I just want to point that out. I just want to point that out in other news. In other news also, from the opposition side, Joseph Newman Boaga, one poor rescue, two in situation rescue, two can handle. Oh my goodness. I'm laughing, but this is very interesting. Yeah, sorry. Let me tell you something. You know, when we say some of the things y'all get very old. When we say some of these things in public, y'all get very old. But we told you that Joe Ball playing games. Yeah, sorry. Joe Ball, my confused rescue to it. I hope that Lizzie, I hope that I laugh too much. But Joe Ball throw monkey reaching out. Oh my goodness. Look, Joe Boy is so inconsistent and confused, eh? He just got grown people looking stupid in the time. But again, we're getting to it. As funny as it sounds, look, I can't help it. I can't help it. Let me take a break. I can't help it. Oh my God.
Lump.
Yeah, it's
Fire friend like me. Fire friend like me. If you not want betrayal, fire friend like me. Fire friend like me. Fire friend like me. If you not want betrayal, fire friend like me.
Bombe oh, fire friend let me. Bombe jene oh, fire friend let me. Bombe, fire friend let me. Bombe jene oh, fire friend let me.
Hey, si bestie, your bestie not sweet like my bestie. Your bestie da la bestie, fire friend let me.
I say, see bestie wanting to wealthy. Fire friend let me. I hear them say they want me go, I say
Some of them say they want me go,
I say
Some friends yelling like oh ah, oh ah, oh ah. Some friends yelling like oh ah, oh ah, oh ah, oh. Some friends yelling like oh ah, oh ah, oh ah, oh. Friends yelling like oh ah, oh ah, oh ah, oh. Hey, si bestie, your bestie not sweet like my bestie. Your bestie da la bestie, fire friend let me.
I say, see bestie wanting to wealthy. Fire friend let me. Okoro, 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 okoro. They won't step on my blessing, but God get it breaking, yeah. Okoro, they won't call it my blessing, but God get it breaking, yeah. Okoro,
Frenchie, see Frenchie, can't see Papa T Frenchie. And I want no back for Frenchie. And I want no wedding Frenchie. Wangolo, 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 wango for bestie, wango for daddy, wangolo.
I hear them say they want me go, I say I hear them say they want me go, I say
Some friends yelling like oh ah, oh ah, oh ah, oh. Some friends yelling like oh ah, oh ah, oh ah, oh. Some friends yelling like oh ah, oh ah, oh ah, oh. Friends yelling like oh ah, oh ah, oh ah, oh. Hey, si bestie, your bestie not friend by my bestie. Your bestie da la bestie.
I ain't a friend like me. I said, see bestie. So sorry for the laughter. Yeah, I just couldn't help it. To be honest, I really couldn't help it. But as funny as it sounds, as jovial as it sounds, it's we have a problem on here. We have a serious problem. We'll get into it. While we were gone briefly, we were able to get hold of the Fadiga brother, who will speak a little bit on the research that he conducted or that they're currently working on this 50 billion deal signed, quote unquote, by the Liberian government to deceive the Liberian people into dying in last minute, to pitch themselves, to create false hope and illusion to the Liberian people, as they've always done. They've thrived on lies, deception, foolery, misleading information to the Liberian people to create hopes, enthusiasm, momentum that all exist in utopia. This is the problem we are faced with. And this is not mutually exclusive to the government. It stems or it goes across all aisles. Even some of the members of the opposition are in a constant habit of lying for no reasons, playing games for no reasons, only for political reasons, according to them. They see lies as a way of, appearing to be smart, intelligent, wise, or even getting to the presidency or getting rich. And deception, that is a problem. And as you can see, the topic today, we're talking about betrayals. deception, lies, the trickery, the foolery in the Liberian politics. It's very troubling. When we started the show earlier, I told you that I like to follow Rachel Maddow because she starts off with a story. President Donald Trump today, it's charged or indicted. Let me use the word indicted, not charged. Indicted criminally, and President Donald Trump has become a criminal defendant. On Tuesday, he will be in New York for his arraignment and to also get his plead. It's very interesting to see what he will plead and how the case will go. But here's the issue, because this is very interesting. President Donald Trump's problem came on a long way wherein Michael Cohen and other people got involved. Donald Trump has over 30 plus charges on him. He's indicted for, starting from lying to the people in New York, the nation at large, being deceptive, playing games. On top of that, paying money to sleep with a prostitute and trying to cover it up. Normally, I don't talk about people's personal life. Trying to use hush money to cover up Stormy Daniels, the story. Very interesting. Is there a parallel here between, or is there a comparison or comparison analysis between some of the things we hear about the Liberian politics and we see? Yes, there is. In fact, there is even more that you don't know about. And not because you don't know about it does not mean that it doesn't exist. Yes, it exists. It exists. Like I said, during the segment, we get Al Fadiga on for a few minutes to see if he can bring us up to speed as to where he is. Some people trying to avoid this conversation. We cannot avoid or evade this conversation about the 50 billion. I'm very interested in it. I'm interested in that money. I'm interested in as to where that money is from and who's behind it. And you can rest assured that now that we're back, we're going to do some more extensive research. We will follow up on it. We will. And let me say this, please, if you're watching it, feel free if you have any information to reach out to me. I don't take this say I say talk. If you want to bring cassette, no, I'm not going to be taking it because I don't want to look funny. It got to be something that can be substantiated. Because today or tomorrow, if I'm taking to court, I will provide the evidences, the documentary evidences. I don't do that talk. Oh, you know that? No. That's why I say what I say and I mean what I mean. And I stand with what I say. I don't take it back. I don't take it back. Nope, I will not take it back because the facts are there. But let's move fast forward a little bit. Speaking of money, let's talk about money a little bit. Around 2018, 19, 20, when I came around Facebook, when we started to talk about the different candidates in the way forward into the elections, there was something interesting that I said that maybe some people didn't pay attention to, but let me reiterate, or let me say what I said. Let me restate what I said back then. I'd informed you that monies would have to play a key role in any political movement. Don't let nobody fool you and say, oh, Dara Dillon won and he never had money and he had the people behind him. No, that's not true. That's not true. You have no clue on how much money Dara Dillon collected for his campaign. You must be able to finance your campaign. You must be able to finance your activities. You can get all the people behind you. If you don't have money to finance it, to create a momentum, the euphoria, the enthusiasm, you go nowhere. Let me tell you today, money is very important in politics. Very important. In fact, it's so important that it can make you to win. Yes, let me tell you today. Yes. I want to go back a little bit. Let me backtrack. Please keep this context of money and so forth, because we are following the money that Joseph Boakai went to Ghana for. We'll update you on it. We give you hints on some of the things that were discussed in Ghana. Let me say this to you, to those of you spying from distance, the Costa, the Jowia, the opposition members from Puaka camp, from Yombli camp, from Komis camp, you're spying from distance. You won't listen. Let me say this to you. Unless you go help, because I'm not going to hell, I'm going to heaven by the grace of God, and have a conversation there, I will not hear it. Even if you go in your bedroom or you go in a car trunk and have a conversation, we hear it. We will know about it. Yep, we will. I want you to know that today. Even if you use an app, download an app and think that it's too safe and secure that you can converse, and when I come out, you lie. Yeah, I want you to know that. And we get a transcript to it. I want you to know that today. Remember this today, April 1st, 2023. We know it. We will. We will know it. Very interesting stuff are happening. Things are moving very, 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 very fast. Let me remind you of something since we're talking about money. Most recently, I've seen some of you celebrating Stanton Witherspoon. Came out and he exposed this and he said this about the government. Some of you are so inconsistent that you are hurting yourselves. Let me say this to you. Even when bad people are consistent, they can achieve their goal. Consistency is very important to achieving your goals. Very, very important. Just stay one place. Just stay focused. Those of you, the ANC people, the CPP people who are jumping around, whether they're in defense of Stanton or you are promoting Stanton Brown, you have not learned. You will never learn. You don't understand this thing. You don't know what you are in. You might get big titles. You might live in Liberia. You might be close to political leader, political party. You are actually ignorant to some serious facts that would harm you down the way. Seriously, you are. Let me say it again. Stanton has never been in the interest of Cummings. He will never be. Whether he has messed with you before, you messed with him before, whether you took money from him, he gave you money, he allowed you on the platform or whatever it is, Stanton is not in your corner politically. Don't waste your time. Let me tell you today, he's not in your corner politically. Don't waste your time. Stop wasting your time. In as much that I don't agree with the three Hebrew boys plus Keith Hassan, who is serving as Daniel for them. In as much that I don't agree with them. Stanton is no better than them. They are all the same. They are crooks. They're in bed with the government. They play games. They're not serious. They're taking you for a ride. They'll be there wasting your time. They'll be wasting your time. They're all been saying, like, bro, the man fool you and pregnant, you didn't turn around and fool you and win your child. I was standing on the window. I see you bouncing around, bouncing on the wall, giving yourself hard time to me, one thing. Hallelujah. You ain't serious. The players also invest your time and your energy, and you don't invest it there. The thing that I even concern you, like, you're wasting your time here. What thing let me put it away. What do y'all want for Stanton to do before y'all know that he's not in your camp? And I want y'all to go listen to Yasendi's show. I don't know when it was. I don't remember, but go back on Second Thoughts Africa and listen. I told y'all that those boys collected money in December. Send out to I get the money. I told y'all who they channel the money through. I call the names to y'all. On the recording it there. But I don't pay attention. Pass it around with y'all. Y'all easily won't be enticed and carried away. You're passing around looking for someone to get your blood pressure up. When they tell you the truth, you don't even pay attention. Some of you can't hear with emotionally imbalanced behaviors you want. You communist man, you the other person man. I'm supposed to be communist man. Me, I'm supposed to be communist man. Be saying I discussing it, no discussing. I will be fighting all front for communists. As I will get a regular, as I will be communist man. I'll be talking regular thing, I'll be challenging the ANC and challenging ANC people. As I will be on that level. You think I can support somebody I'm for with them? You really think so? You think I like communist people and we can say, oh, I want to know about anybody else from the opposition can win. Apart from Joria. Are you serious? You communist man. But you're in the middle about anybody from the opposition. You communist person, but you're in the middle. You're not serious. You're not ready for the politics. You're not serious. Some of you not serious. Some of you not serious. You want everybody to, who told you when you go into politics and religion where you want everybody else to win? Besides one person, you're meditating low jealousy, that personal thing between you and Joria. So we can even tell now whether that your personal thing you're carrying to him or you want really liberate the country. You shouldn't allow your hate for somebody to make you to make the wrong decision. Hungry does not mean you greedy. That's not what it means. When you're hungry, it doesn't mean you're greedy. That's not what it means. So in other words, not because Joria is doing so bad that we can sit down and understand who will be the alternative. Look, if you make a mistake and think just removing Joria without an alternative to address the issues that we have, that automatically when you remove Joria, I mean the problem will be fixed, you're wasting your time. In fact, our guy on here today, we wanted to so much remove United Party that we didn't even consider who we were going to put there. So we went from the fire to the frying pan. And that's exactly what you are going around with. Oh, the other person might win. Anybody from the opposition might win. How can you be supporting somebody and say anybody? So your own person, what you supporting? How do you make the case for them? If you keep, who told you that how people do politics? If I'm supporting Senator Yomli Kanga Lawrence, anything I talk must surround Senator Yomli Kanga Lawrence because I'm a choice. How can you leave your choice and be talking funny thing? How can you leave your choice and be going cycle with yourself? How can you not even defend your choice or make the case for your choice that you something? I don't agree with seditions, but you don't see seditions going around in confusion about who they support, who they want to support. No, you don't. You don't. They are stuck with who they want to support. They are emphatic about it. They are straightforward about it, and they mean it. It can cause them relationships. It can cause them anything. They're still there. That's what you do when you're making a case for a political party or a person. Donald Trump. They got Trump fanatics. They get Trump fanatics. I see your ANC people, your communist people, your CPP people, but you're still passing around the narrative. Anybody from it? I don't know. It played on me. So you really supporting the person? It's okay if you don't want to support the person. Say I withdraw my support. That's okay. That's your right. But for you to pass around and say you're supporting the person, you in a camp, then you leaving the free open. Something got to be seriously wrong with you. Seriously. And you know who then who can hear the thing from? From people then who educated, who are mature, who sort of know better, are supposed to be in communist camp. And I'm saying in communist. In fact, when I come on the show, I said to tell you, communist, may I wear my communist t-shirt, it will be their communist. I also be playing games. Me also be on that thing. That me also be on that thing. That me also be going in circles and talking behind her. I will push my Kennedy and push my man. That's what you do. Or I will make the case. Anywhere I go, it will be about communism. We're not going in cycles. We're not talking different things. It will be about, that's what you do. You pass around. Anybody up from the opposition can win. You're playing safe. That religion, you think that religion thing in here? You think that diplomatic thing in here? People passing around making a case for the other people. You're there neutralizing it, making it know that anybody from the opposition can win. The other people that are in the opposition, you think they won't win? You don't see United Party people pass around and say before, oh, they might make Joseph Boakai win. You don't communists win. You don't see it before. Even when they say Joseph Boakai and communists might go, when they say Joseph Boakai might lead the ticket, you think they're stupid? You're passing around making politics looking just to say that religion or that something. You're not even strict about what you want. You're not even consistent. You're supposed to know better. Your whole day you're talking so. You're just all over the place. You're just all over the place. For you to put yourself together and amalgamate your force and come together and see where you guys are, where you are, and where you need to target. No. You're just all over the place. People who even own no money, you're there supporting their cause. You think Stanton won't come to win presidency in Labrador? Let me tell you something today that you don't know. Let me tell you something today, and I want you to go mark it down. Stanton connected Eugene Fagon to Reverend Tappe, the Unity Party B-man. Say you hear it from on SKTV. Eugene Fagon don't talk to the Kegelere in Unity Party. Eugene Fagon taking direct order from Tappe, Reverend Tappe. You got no clue. You have no clue. You don't even know where you're in. You're just in a passing around talking all day. You're just talking. Oh, Lord. Damn. They need to wake up. Oh. Because these boys will screw you over. I'm telling you today. You don't even know where you're in. Eugene Fagon is an agent for the Unity Party. The connection came through Stanton Witherspoon. That Eugene Fagon, you need to know over there. That government boom. What Joey and all gave up on. The Unity Party, people don't like him. They don't like him. But they are okay to use him and exploit him for now. For their better good. They can't stand him. The Unity Party people can't stand him. They see where they can stand Costa. But we'll get to the Costa story. The Costa story will be bigger and deeper than you think. We not want to rush with it. We'll get into it. We'll talk about it a little bit today. Tomorrow we'll continue it. Let me tell you something. Joseph Yuma Boakai, the Unity Party group, they're a bunch of users. They see where the CDC is. That the mentality they got in Liberian politics, they must use you. And they will dump you later. They use us. They're using Eugene Fagon right now through the connection and instrumentality of Stanton Witherspoon. You think Stanton Witherspoon show him more? He's not showing more. Stanton Witherspoon not showing him. He ain't showing him more. Stanton Witherspoon still wants to be a key player and a key maker. As a matter of fact, can you imagine Stanton Witherspoon was once in a time with Jacob Akoli considered for VP to Joseph Yuma Boakai? Oh, you don't know that one. Okay, that's cool. There are a lot of things you don't know. I know a lot of you don't know that. But that's okay. It's okay. The Airbnb, Joseph Boakai slept in when he came. All that thing where you saw them pacifying Joseph Boakai, where Spoon talk and they got to go wear costume to interview Joseph Boakai and Spoon talk. That's so make up. The poll that they did that time when Joseph Boakai came to America, that they said Joseph Boakai won the online poll. Stanton dubiously went behind closed door and gave a certain number to Unity Party people to call on the show. Then it gave a different number to the public. I got nothing against Stanton. I told Stanton on the phone. I told him on the phone before. When people lie on him, I will come and say the truth about him. That yes, he might be a criminal defendant right now, but don't lie on him. When the three Hebrew boys plus Daniel Keith Hassan attack him and try to make it look like they were doing it because they want to save the Liberian people or whatever it is, I want you to say, I say that is not true. That is not the intent of these guys. No, that is not true. I wasn't speaking because Stanton is a good guy. I was speaking because the truth must be the truth. The scene we had when the Unity Party plotted along with ALP, Benena Ure, to take Alexander Cummings to court. I came here and I said it was not the right thing to do. It wasn't because I'm a Cummings man. No, it wasn't that. This idea of plotting to lie on people, it's not a good thing. It can kill people. It can harm people. It creates a serious problem, and we all need to stay against it. But you didn't listen. So I'm saying to you today, that 50,000 conversation that they talk about, let me tell you today, Stanton wanted the money to come to him directly. The only past Stanton is not, the only past Stanton is aware of that pissing off was because the 3 Hebrew boys went behind closed door along with Keith Hassan Daniel and took the money. I told you that they on the show. I said they took the money. Dr. Francine did not know that they took the money. Dr. Francine didn't know about it. Dr. Francine don't even know most of the deals that the guys caught behind closed door. I'm not here to defend Dr. Francine. I'm not. I felt Dr. Francine accountable on many occasions. I have questioned her being on Spoon Talk. But at the same time, when I sit there and lie on her, she doesn't know about the money beneath. No, but talking at the Christmas gift, they took the money. The Hebrew boys and Keith Hassan, they took it. The 3 Hebrew boys, they took the money. Let me tell you something. I have nothing against the 3 Hebrew boys. I respect them as friends. But they know, God in heaven knows. I don't play like that. A foolishness they might carry to the other game. The Liberian people issue. I will not shy away from it. It's a personal issue and I get nothing to say about it. But when you take money, when you go behind close to it and you get in bed with Samuel Tue, at today's Stanton, in Samuel Tue, and I know what's up. Stanton want for all to discuss exactly. Stanton didn't want for all to discuss exactly what the deal was between him and Nathaniel McGill and even the rice stuff that went on in order to. He won't want to go into that. He really won't have that discussion in public. He really won't want to get into that. I don't listen to Stanton. Stanton is a crook. Stanton is not serious. Stanton is not about change. All that thing when you're doing, what he's just frustrated with the government. All that yelling he was doing, he's just frustrated with the government. Stanton not serious. Even if you give Stanton another chance today, he will not change. He doesn't want to change. Because when you want to change, then you get on the path of doing what is right. You don't keep playing games. Stanton just pays off because the 3 Hebrew boys went and formed their own show. That's why he's pays off. Keith Hassan at Daniel. He didn't want that at Daniel. That Keith Hassan can pass around. That Keith Hassan can pass around the arrangement for the government and to put you in situation again, handle, to leave on record. I say, oh, you meet the other person, you meet the other person in the government, and I can make a connection for you to talk to the person and talk to that person. In the meantime, they're keeping you on record. Though. So those of you who keep Hassan and make your connection, you now go see the president on the call. You're on record. You're on record. Keep Hassan a parabol. Don't see him adding that way, adding slow. Keep Hassan is a dangerous one. I can make all the small connections in the call. That Keep Hassan, you see adding slow like that. He texted me one time on the show. One sensor where I get disappointed. I told him, I said, you carry that foolishness on your CDC account. When you're talking on Spoon Talk, I don't text you. I don't ask you questions. When you're passing around supporting foolishness and evil, I don't. They used to tell me why I will say, you who? You what? Try that foolishness to other people. For that day, he dare not try that foolishness to me again. But this is how these guys operate. This is how they operate. Yeah, and you're thinking that joke. They've recruited themselves. That show that you're seeing, talking about, oh, the final closing argument, whatever. So pile up together. You see? Yeah, we'll show you the color. Hey, I told you the material, how the financing came for that show. All the connection they're getting, how it came. Hey, I said the material. Okay. You're watching, see how it will end up. Yo will come between them. Money better will come between them. Because one group will go behind the other group and take money from Samuel to another group of people. Yeah, Samuel is the chief financier. He the one can push the money around to them. Yes, that is true. That is the truth of the matter. That is the truth of the matter. These guys are playing games. They're not serious. And a bunch of young people doing these things, though. They're not serious. They don't want change. They don't want to make anything right. They don't want to say, oh, okay, you know what? We used to do the thing before, but let's stop it. No, they don't. For them, it's all game. Imagine the saying I'm talking about. My man, hey, election coming, that time for the EO. Hey, my man, that time for the... Are you serious? To deceive people that time for you to eat? But these are some of the things we're faced with. But let's move fast forward a little bit. Because since we're talking about money, I wanted to bring in the Stanton situation. The 50,000 is not only the conversation that they've had. It's not only the money that they've distributed. But Stanton used to play them smart, though. Stanton will know that we'll collect the money. He will not put his hand in the middle. He will lead them and keep their own record. They got no clue. They didn't say. Stanton got their own record, but they got their own record too. Especially Keith Hassan. Keith Hassan got Stanton on record. That Keith, you see. Up to the point that when Samuel Tweeden came, sometime last year, when Samuel Tweeden came to DC, Stanton Witherspoon went on a call to see them. The team supposed to go see them. Stanton and Keith agreed to trick those guys. Keith drove those guys around DC. Stanton went on a call and met with Samuel Tweeden. Let's see another thing. I don't forget what I tell you again. That change when you make move, you know what's up. When you move around, you understand what's up. And I stand there to give money to Costa for Julia Baga. Julia Baga says to take money from Stanton. Prince Johnson take money from Stanton. That lie. All of them take corrupt money. You see them passing around like that. All of them stand up, careful in there. They nursing, stealing money in there. They in job. Don't do that thing, man. We want Sonny. Yeah, when we're talking to them, say we Sonny, you leave it. They criminal indictment money. They in job. They in some of your political leaders too. And I don't want to say that. Me, I'm not here to lie on anything or anybody. I'm not here for that thing. That's why me and them, anything we talk, I'm clear to them my position from day one. Whether that is Stanton, that is Costa, that is Ben, that is Peabody, that is Timberlake Josh, that is Keith Hassan, whoever these actors are, I'm clear on my position with them. That means they'll be pushing 8 hours. They'll be passing around doing criminal business, taking money from people with shady character, doing funny things. And I can't sit down on the show. I say, oh, you know that my man there, you know that my man there, and my man there. I don't know man there. I told you before, even Sekou Kane, God forbid, if Sekou takes money from criminal people from the government and I know about it, I will tell you. If I don't talk it, you'll change my name. The only way I will not talk unless I know. Once I get to know, I will talk it. Nobody will use me. If because of that, you carry your friendship. And I don't even need that kind of crooked friendship. We don't need that kind of crooked relationships. No, we don't. Let's hold each other accountable. Let's hold each other accountable. And one better Labrador. The war that came to Labrador that young people, though they were very young. Imagine 27-year-old men or 29-year-old men taking power. So young people gathered together. In the foolery, in the greed, decide to honor each other. Whether are the Kunyongba or the Do or the Who, it just brought senseless war in the country. Many people lost their life. When they finish doing all that crooked thing there, then they come on air, they added the holding each other accountable to be laughing. They can't go into detail about things that they won't say. But I'm not part of that group. I will never be part of that group. And that's part of the reason I'm on SKTV. But let's get to the another point. We're coming to the Trusted Human broadcast side of it. My people who tired with the games, the deception and the lies. We're tired with it. Nancy Cole, even if I show you proof, you'll still be in denial. The proof is everything I've said so far has come to pass. That's one of the first proofs. What other proof do you know? Even if I were to email a document to you, showing you, you will still be in denial. The issue is not about what I said. The issue is about the fact that some of you are so in denial because people have made you feel that they were this way. Now you come to find out that they're this way. You can't reconcile both. And you don't want to make a choice to hold them accountable. That's what you're afraid of. That's it. It's not about the truth. I said anything, I think a month or two ago on your show, second thought. That the boys took money in December. They did. And I told you from Samuel Tweeden. And I told you how the money was channeled. I called 2 people named that close to Senator. I can move money around for him to do all these small deals. I did tell you. The records are there. I said it. And I said I take full responsibility for what I'm saying. But anyways, let's see if we can get a Fadiga brother on here to talk quick about it, 50 billion, and then we'll settle in as to what's going on. Give me a second, guys. I'll be playing fun. And you want to rescue the country? Yeah, we can rescue the country. If we all just decide to just sit and just say, let's do what is right finally. Whether that Jowia, whether that Cummins, whether that Bwaka, whether that Gonglo, it's not any problem. We are the problem. Because we refuse to hold these people accountable. We refuse to, even our friend that we walk with, that we eat with, we hang out with, we refuse to hold them accountable in their deceptive nature and the things that they do. Yeah, politics are not religion. Politics are not religion, are true. But politics cannot be based on deception. We can't deceive the people. We can't do that. It's not about being holy. But come on now. How long can we continue with this? How? Because all of you who are playing games today for Jowia to win, God forbid Jowia to win now, Jowia will cut you off again. They only come in around again because they want you all to support them so they can go and win. That's it. Soon they win, it's a wrap. You will not answer your calls. They will even treat you all worse than they treated you all before. You all will be nobody. You all will be nothing. All the promises they made with you all, they will renege. They will walk it back. You all can see. These things are common sense things. Common sense. You know, I had a teacher who was teaching statistics. He used to say, the working class and say, the cover class say, bad news for the class. Bad news. I said, we say all the whole class. I said, what is it? 3 people passed the exam, but common sense is your best friend. When that's true. When you go for, when we check the grades, sometimes 3 people. We used to be only 3 that would pass. A lot of people fail. But common sense is your best friend. He used to say that, and I picked that up from him. Common sense is your best friend. We don't need to go to no prayer. There is no swear beyond Labura. There is no curse beyond the nation. There is nothing. We just got a bunch of deceptive and greedy people that we're working with. That's it. That is it. And my people, this thing is not hard. You can work hard and live a decent life. It's okay. You don't have to trick people. You don't have to lie to people to take things that don't belong to you from them. You don't. You don't have to be stealing from the country. You don't have to be cutting all these deals and be putting all this money in different accounts and be doing all kinds of different things. I told you, we're working on a story with Buffett Chamber and Liska. When the information fully comes through, it will blow your mind what these guys have been doing. These boys are criminals by nature. These boys are criminals by nature. They will never change. That's all they know. And these ones that groom around them are coming and acting like your friend and they won't bring the news and they won't do that one. They themselves, they are grown criminals. They've been around for a while. Go check the records. We'll say, oh, you're taking it personal. You're too emotional. You do this, you do that. No, I'm not emotional. I'm not taking anything personal. I'm passionate about what I'm saying. Because what I'm saying is the truth. They just lied to you about the 50 billion. That is not true. They didn't sign no 50 billion deal. I watched the recording this morning of President Joe when he came to the airport. If you pay keen attention when the reporter asked him about his trip abroad, instead of answering the question, he made it seem like he's someone at God, he's someone at king, and nobody can ask the president, even though he put it in a joking form, but he meant what he was saying, oh, you asking the president about his trip abroad? In that context, that's what he said. Yes, the president needs to be asked about his trip abroad. Yes, President George, we are. You are not above the law. You are not. You're not better than the Liberian people. The Liberian people made you president. You did not make yourself president. So when the people ask you questions about accountability, it's okay for you to address the question. For you to make it seem like they shouldn't ask the president. You who? You who? So they can ask you about it. No, Nancy Cole, I did not say Sekou took money from Youngly. I don't know where that foolishness comes from. And if you want to believe it, that's okay. You have the right to believe what you want to believe, Mama. Whatever I say, I'm fully responsible for it. Somebody said that. I'm not going to pass around and say that foolishness. That's whoever wrote that is ignorant to the highest level, whether they're a woman or they're a man. That person is foolish to the core. Very foolish to the core. Because I know Senator Yumbi Kanga Lawrence. I'll say it politically, she's made some mistake. But there has been no connection, interaction, or money with Senator Yumbi Kanga Lawrence. Even when SKTV covered the program in Philadelphia, in Pennsylvania about a year or two ago, from the Liberty Party, for the Liberty Party, we did not even deal with Senator Yumbi Kanga Lawrence in our dealings. Nope. Senator Yumbi Kanga Lawrence, we never met with her to finalize any deal or to discuss anything. As a matter of fact, we saw Senator Yumbi Kanga Lawrence to the program the day on Saturday when they had the opening. Before we even knew she was there, I didn't know she was there. I heard she was coming, I didn't know. So whoever said that is foolish by nature, whether they're a man or they're a woman, I don't care how old they are, they're foolish, they're a liar. More likely so, whatever picture they're using on Facebook, probably not themselves, their deceptiveness. Don't be carried away by these foolish people who come, they don't want a man or a woman up. Why don't you come out and bring yourself and show your own face and say, this is me, I'm saying this. Some of you have on a different line, you put your own picture there because you are afraid to come to say the truth. That's what the deception we're talking about. Why would you come and accuse and nobody can learn or give him money to Sekou? What kind of foolishness is that? Again, we hold people accountable, but we're not making up stories on nobody. Nope. I don't talk things I don't know about. I don't discuss things I don't know about. If you really follow me for truth, if I don't know about it, I stay away from it. I have to know about it to talk about it. I have to have insight to talk about it. But anyway, let's get to the topic. Let's get to the issues here. So they lie about the 50 billion. Let me show you something. Let me prove something to you. Let me read something to you here from an article. We're talking about legitimate sources here where people are reading to gather information. We're not talking about y'all passing around, making yourself talking things that don't make any sense to distract. And then when they tell you that you're behaving foolish, then you say, oh, you cost me. I don't care. If you say I cost you, yes, I cost you. I don't care. If you think saying somebody's foolish, that insult, keep it moving. But I will not stop. If you behave foolish, I will say you're foolish. You behave stupid, I will say you're stupid, and that costs. Whether you woman or you man, I will say it to you. I want you to know that. Any other one here the other time on CDC, writing foolishness, when I thought you were acting foolish, oh, you cuss a woman, you're going outside, man. That means it'll be wherever you're moral people. There ain't no moral people. You're going on outside with your foolishness. You're the people to cost women 24/7, causing your money, causing president money. Then I'm passing around and create moral code for that. Somebody say, use the word foolish. They say, hey, you cuss a woman. Fine. So what? Take me to court. Anybody come here, you be a foolish, I will say you be a foolish. Yep. Whether you man or you woman. Foolish in the Bible. Fools in the Bible. Also, when it's in the Bible, so that mean the Bible, God causing you to go sit down somewhere, man. Without your foolishness, you can be on 24/7. People trying to bring sense to the discourse and educate you and inform you about important things that pass around distraction. We talking about criminal, then people's life at stake. Hey, you cuss a woman. Hey, you cussing a woman. Bon voyage. I cuss a woman, so what did happen at the one night end? I said a woman be a foolish. Yes, she did. And I will say again, anywhere, anytime, any place, whether you woman or you man, you come and you misbehave and you be a foolishly. I will tell you be a foolishly. Foolish and cause. Go define what foolish is. Go define what stupid is. Let's get to the issue here, man. Let's get to the issue. Don't come with your distraction, man. All day. You're not serious people. So there is a Somebody just sent me a message. I hear you, Chief. Trust me, these adjectives will not go away. I'll use it to describe them. They don't like it, give me that damn bit. I hear for that. So the golf news. There is a. Let me tell you something. Some of these information you can get them. Some of the information you can get them. It's. Let me tell you something. Just stop being lazy. Google it. Do what you need to do. Just stop being lazy. Yeah, my man Smith, that way a political child back. I'm back with no nonsense. I don't care. Anyway, y'all will see you in the next few days. So basically, the Republic of UAE signed just a memorandum of understanding Summit to Sun. Basically, to focus on the forest sector. Look, there was no such 50 billion deal signed. Like the president, Samuel Tuan, and other people say, no, they're not true. Those points are lying to score political points. To keep your hopes up, just how they have said to you from the beginning. Hope for change. They want to keep your hope up again in lies, in deception. So no, and no. So here is it. Here is what I want you to read. Here is what I want you to collect. From the article that came out from the Gulf News in the UAE, because they published a side of the story. Why the government trying to play games? The people, they are clear on what they say because they had to be held accountable. Quote, listen to this quote. Recently, the UAE invested more than 50 billion in renewable energy projects across 40 countries. And it plans to double that over the next decade. Blue Carbon is all set to honor this commitment through the inclusive, practical, integrated approach to accelerate progress on the climate action. So, Summit didn't just sign up to it. They want to invest about 50 billion across 40 countries for carbon, basically the forest, for carbon projects, because we have a big forest land in Liberia. The details of this, while we are still doing investigation, still has to be made known to the public. How much will Liberia benefit from this money? What are the terms and conditions? And this thing got to be brought on to the public, to the Liberian people, let them know. Because you can't take on all of our carbon. You can't take on all of our sources from certain resources for the country. My people, this is bigger than they are projecting to you. These guys are not saying the truth. They're lying. It goes on. Here's what it goes on to say. It even went further to say, while the agreement aims, why the agreement aims to establish a cooperation framework. No framework has even been deployed yet. While the agreement aims to establish a cooperation framework for the development of natural-based solution project in Liberia, Blue Carbon will also develop strategies to regulate carbon markets through transparency and audit for high-intensity carbon emission across the Republic. So my people, 150 billion do they minimum point that they can't lie to again. There is no agreement. Let them tell us what is in the agreement. Let them tell us what the MOU is all about. Let them tell us what this project is all about and so forth. Let them tell us. No commitment has been made. Nothing has been delivered. More likely, so we don't even know when this project commences, what's going to happen, what is the plan, and so forth. How is it going to impact us in the long term? What are some of the factors that have to be considered? So, my people, there is no 50 billion due here yet. There is no 50 billion due here. The people who passing around with the 50 billion due, and the 50 billion this and the 50 billion that, let them provide with the facts. Let provide the Liberian people, and let the process go on. We're not coming here for that lying thing and what it can be on. We're not going to do the Igbo math and eat on loan nonsense. That the same scam they carry out. We're not going to do the body island nonsense. That the same scam they carry on today, you're looking funny in the town. Those who want to support it, to run with that story, continue to run with it. In your lies and your deception, you will be caught again. But some of you, you're shameless. So, I mean, you've been disproved for many years and many times. You've said nothing. But let's move fast forward to the conversation about the money. Most recently, on SKTV, we brought to you the breaking news that Costa which is considered Rescue 2. And Joseph Yuma Boakai, then we're hashing a meeting in Ghana. They were hashing a deal in Ghana. When we said this, people came, disrespected us, costs, say all kind of things. You know, we stuck by the story. The same people who were causing, the facts came out. Now they have funny face. The fact came out from Rescue 2 himself, Mr. Hiram Costa, said to the Liberian people that he's in a race to be the VP. It was interesting. When the confession was made, some of you shamelessly, instead of apologizing for being disrespectful and ignorant over it and foolish, you didn't apologize. You stood in your ignorance, foolishness, and you ran around, changing the goalposts. Some of you went on Seku personal page and attacking it. Seku, I don't know, maybe Seku, but I don't know. Sometimes I get asking him last night. Last night, he and I were playing checker. I was asking him, how does he really do this though? Because you all know me. I ain't got, you're supposed to count on my page and count. I read my post, you read nonsense. I will reply to you proportionally. Yes, I will. You know that. Oh no, even when you're drunk, say you try me, I will try you. You know you will not try that nonsense next time. You know you will not try it. The next time you see my post, you will think twice before you were foolish there. Because I will respond to you proportionally in a timely manner. And I'm waiting for 2-3 days ago to pass before I respond. I asked him last night again. Every day I can ask him, how does he manage with the kind of foolishness they do? Somebody kind of, you rap something, somebody kind of insult you and attack you and do that when you just sit there and watch it. Oh no, please. And I'm mature. We're not on mature contest, yeah? You mature more than me. I'm not a leader. We're not on leader contest. You more leader than me. You try that foolishness and try to settle with me. I'll respond to you. I will. And when I respond to you, never try again. Never. You know that. But anyways, you attack Sekou, disrespected Sekou. Some people even send me some of the screenshots when I went out on Facebook. I call him. I was at work, I call him and said, Sekou, how do you manage with the people? He said, just forget about it. Cheerleader. Okay. I said, okay. You Sekou I see that the difference between our foolishness will happen to me. I don't care who it is. Try it. Try me, I will try you. When you move on that next time, you'll behave. You say, oh, gonna try me? The message I will send to you, you will know, say, next time you're not going to try me. Then you will know that the sheep can move together, but they not get the same price. So can attack me? Anyways, fast forward. Rescue 2 came out. Swinging. Rescue 2 came out swinging. Attacks in it all. Normally, can I learn indirectly? But then you feel it, you pedal and say, oh, my sister. He attacked Jeremiah Kun. They call him party seller. He attacked the Unity Party. They say they're a bunch of scared, jealous people. Then he said JMB that gossiper. JMB gossiped to him about the Unity Party people. That he said, and I mean saying it, but I didn't say it, so I will say it too. I can echo it and I get problem with that one. That's my words. That words are repeating. He said JMB that gossiper. The videos are there. He said JMB gossip about Unity Party people doing, and he said amplify the gossip. I said, okay. Interesting. Very, 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 very interesting. But hold your peace. Let's go back a little bit. On SKTV, before Sekou told you about the meeting, we've told you that Vice President Joseph Yoman Boaga is inconsistent. He cannot be trusted. I even coined the term smooth crook. And I stand by it today. I don't change it. I want you to know that. I want you to be on record. I've never changed those adjectives or those terms. I've only been encouraged to call him Vice President Joseph Yoman Boaga. Sometimes I call him Joe Ball. And the reason I call him Joe Ball is because he Joseph Yoman Boaga and he my boy. I'm a papa boy, he my boy. I lay a road. Yeah, just kind of smooth way. Yeah, just smooth. To be honest, Joe Ball smooth. He will move smoothly, and he not get nothing, play video or whatever it is. He just cool like that. You will go and create damage, and kind out wise and sit and say, oh, the wise man, shut up. You know, so it's smooth. So that my boy now, so I call him Joe Ball. You won't call him Joe Ball too, that's fine. Now I call him Joe Ball. I choose to call him Joe Ball. No disrespect. But anyways, fast forward. It's very interesting, and the reason I'm saying this is because there is a pattern here that we need to pay attention to. Let me say this to all of you. All my life, I don't know how to drive plane or fly a plane. I don't know how to fly a plane. I don't know about computers and technologies. I don't. Sekou know those different things. He understand those things. I don't know that lately I started to get into politics and understand it nitty-gritty. I understand some things. I think I'm getting there. I'm trying, and I hope to get better. Well, hey, we're getting there. But one thing I know how to do good. I was trained to do that. Is to understand the mind of human being. I know that. I can predict things if I study you. If I zoom in on you, I can predict what you will do and what you will not do. Yes, because I was trained for that. I went to school for that. I know it very good. I'm not boasting. I know it very, 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 very good. Very good. I'm very good at it. And I take pride in that, thank God. So when I say something about somebody and I zoom in on that person and I don't change it, it's because the circumstances haven't changed. Jose Human Boakai now said the vice presidency before, play games before. Facts. Nukwe. He brought in Nukwe the last minute time. Jose Human Boakai has a shitty character and a shitty behavior. Fact. He stood with Erin throughout 12 years. Said nothing about anything that went on in government. Has no record of advocacy. And I challenge any unity party, whether young or old, girl or boy, woman, man, I don't care. Provide me with a fact. I will change my assertion. I will change my stand on this. But I've always told you that Jose Human Boakai will not run. I stand by it today. Jose Human Boakai's behavior does not show to anybody that he's somebody serious that wants to run or wants to win any presidency in Liberia. It doesn't. Let me give you few evidences. Let me refresh your mind. Because you think we can just be on Facebook, all of us. So all of us are in the same league, or we equal. No, we're not equal. We're not equal. Some of you might be old. Some of you might be young. Some of you might be rich. Some of you might be educated. But some of us spend time, countless nights, putting the pieces together to understand people's mind and what they are doing. And so when we come to tell you certain things, please listen to us. Disagree with us, but please listen and follow what we said. Please, it will help you. It will help you. Not necessarily some of us, because some already know. When we start to see it unfold, we just sit and we just laugh. I just laugh here. Because the noise that coming in the party, the yo-yo, and that's small yo-yo. But here is where I started to pick up on Jose Human Boakai. It doesn't make any sense for anybody that wants to lead or to become a president in Liberia. One of the things that we've always kept ourselves on, we've always held ourselves accountable on, is a coalition. Please keep that in mind. A coalition. In other words, people coming together. Like President George Weah or not, one of the things President George Weah has been successful in doing, and I'll give him credit for that, whether through crooked means, criminal means, he has been able to keep the CDC at bay, keep a base of the CDC. That's critically important in politics. From 2005 up until today, George Weah managed to keep the CDC, recruit other people to join the CDC, some educated, some not educated, some grassroots, and so forth. Brought all of them together. And at least throughout, they've been able to come around 20-25% or more in the elections. But not only that, George Weah managed to form a coalition with Joy Howard Taylor, the NPP, early on, and start to sell the ticket. Nobody saw Joy Howard Taylor as vice president back then. But they saw the strategy in trying to get the NPP and bring Joy Howard Taylor on board. Many people thought Joy Howard Taylor would have been rejected because of her proximity or her views or her connection with Charles Taylor and the NPP. Even some skeptics during the 2017 election thought that the Joy Howard Taylor ticket was a disastrous move. But the CDC left time ahead, formed that ticket, and sold that ticket to the Liberian people. And the world at large, even America had to come around it to accept what it was. I'll give it to the CDC. That was brilliant. That was strategic. And these are some of the things we follow behind closed doors to do. Again, I'm not trying to brag, but these are just some of the strategies we help people implement and put together to see in front so that they can get prepared. But we get paid for it. We sign contract for it to do it, to help with strategies, organization, and so forth. But let's move fast forward. You've seen the CDC move on. Joseph Yuma Boakai, on the other hand, was not able to get Ellen, who was his immediate boss, to support him. Now, there is no job that you go that you might not ask for reference. Now, references are critically important to the final process of your hiring at any job or at most jobs. And the reason for that is they want a testimony. They want someone that can vouch for you. They want people that can say yes. And the only person that can really vouch for you in most cases is your boss. Why the Ellen not? Have you sat and think about it? After all the sacrifices Joseph Yuma Boakai made for her, in short, he delivered Lofa to her. 2005, when she struggled with George Weah. 2011, why the Ellen not support him? Have you ever sat and asked yourself that question? Let me tell you something. It is a question that you must ask yourself. And every time you ask them, whether it's Ellen or George or Joseph Yuma Boakai, they evade the question. They say something different. My pa used to say, this is what my pa used to tell me. When woman and man lay plow, and they go to Georgia kids and they say, what happened here? The man say, ask the woman. They say, what happened here? The woman say, ask the man. Say, what? Most of the time, that's sex business. They just don't want to talk in the shower. Now, I'm not saying in this context, it was a romantic relationship between you. But from all indications, you can see that it had more to do with Joseph Yuma Boakai than Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Let me tell you how I came to that conclusion. Normally, when you want something from someone, our normal reactions as human is to work to get that thing you want from the person. You don't sit around and allow the person to come around and necessarily bring that to you because they don't owe you. You owe them because you need a favor from them. Joseph Yuma Boakai, if he could not convince his boss after 12 years of working together now, I didn't say 6 years, I didn't say 2 years, I said 12 years. That means Joseph Yuma Boakai has a strategy problem, leadership problem, convincing problem. Let me tell you today, strategy problem, leadership problem, and convincing problem. Let me tell you how I know that too. Joseph Yuma Boakai brought those problems straight to the CPP. Let me tell you how I know. Joseph Yuma Boakai has been in politics for over 25 years. Somebody can say 40 or whatever, that's fine. But let's give or take 25. Joseph Yuma Boakai could not convince Cummings, even if Cummings had an ambition. Joseph Yuma Boakai, from a strategic standpoint, could not convince Cummings to say, I've been in the terrain for a long time. My man, let's work together. Come as my picking, let's go as vice president. The whole CPP thing should have never been the way it went. If I were advising Joseph Yuma Boakai from a strategic standpoint, I would have asked him to, first of all the political parties and people there, take Cummings into one of these towns, one of these villages or whatever, you go meet the people there, whether that Maryland, Lofa, go meet the elders of the town, that are part of our traditions. Beg the elders of the town, let them talk to Cummings, that your little brother. You put all the paperwork and signing all the paperwork together. Strategically, talk to him. You're in the same pen. You discuss the issue. Let the traditional people speak to Cummings and convince him to work with you and be your vice president. You don't put competition between you and Cummings. You don't have the resources, number one. Number two, you don't have the number as you claim. So don't go that way. It will disgrace you. But they went ahead in their ego. They understand the Liberian politics too much. See them passing around. They know the Liberian politics more than anything. People will not know nothing. Oh, okay. Okay, but I can see your camera. see. Hold on 1 second, guys. This conversation, like I said, it will boil into tomorrow. Have a Fadiga, I think he's getting ready here. His camera is still loading here. But Jose Juma Bwaga could not have done that. Let me tell you the mistake that he made. The mistake that he made in the CPP was they came in with that entitlement syndrome, again with lies and deception that they had in numbers, and they do this and they do that and they do this and they had this one. No, that's not true. In all reality, the CPP resurrected the Unity Party. That is the fact of the matter. And the way I know also has followed the trend since the 2017 election when the Unity Party lost. The Unity Party started something that started to be a problem for them. Joseph Yuma Bwaga, first of all, went ahead, got rid of women pay. Joseph Yuma Bwaga also went ahead, used Mo Ali to sue Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and took her out of the party, to take Ellen out of the party. You don't do that if you want numbers. You strategically build alliances. You coordinate. All of these small mistakes, they made it. Joseph Yuma Bwaga should have taken Kumis. Again, I'm saying it. Out of all that CPP noise, tell Kumis whatever you Jumbly or whatever it is. Jumbly was not even in the picture because Jumbly said she didn't want to run. She made it clear from the get-go. She took herself off the table. Benena Yue took himself off the table. You want to tell me Joseph Yuma Bwaga could not convince Cummins for them to go? Just two of them, even to come to America. They say, Mama, let go sit and let go talk. Mama, you my picking, you my brother. You my little brother. We've been working to. When we bring out this story, I will confirm with this story. So people get interested in it. That free consultation y'all want, y'all need to post on it. Anyway, let me put a catch out. Mama, what's up, man?
Man, not bad. I got a tight schedule, but I just thought I would honor your request.
Yeah, please.
I listened to you, my man. We gotta hang here. We gotta hang here for Liberia, honestly.
No, we're here. We know we're here. We're gathered here. But my man, let me ask you. I beg you. Let me ask you. You know, you and your brother did something very strange. And, you know, for some of us, it's good to give credit to what credit is due. Not only that you've been around the media for a very long time, you and your brother, people don't tend to credit you guys. When it comes to the Facebook Live, because I follow you, and for disclaimer, I don't know the Fadi guys from America. Africa. We have a good relationship back home. Until we came here. Aricos, Guinea, they're American. But you did something that was very strange to help the Liberian people open their eye. You were one of the very first Liberians to hold the government accountable in exposing that Ethan and you. So let me ask you a question, because we come to this new one. The government has started on the same path they started on. They started on with lies. They want to end up with lies. What really prompted you to go to that Ebomouth and Ethan Blue? What you saw that the Liberian people didn't see, or the world didn't see, that got your attention? You had to go all the way and fly all the way, pay your own money, and do everything.
What? It started all innocently though. What happened is, the first thing that happened, you know, all along eventually Ellinga Hospital in South Africa, and nobody ever went to South Africa to actually find out. And I keep saying, I say, why journalists in Liberia do not verify information? For some of us that travel a lot, if you leave, you go in a country that they got rumor, especially in Africa, just hit that town there. Actually, they say, oh, that the person in Liberia got other place there. The rumor in the community will already start circulating. Right. People will tell you. So I knew that with that in mind, we decided to go. We tried looking at the Hong Kong business registry online. Nothing came out. We said, all right, let's just go, because we already had the address for Eto and Ebomouth that was on the loan. Right. The loan agreement was out. They gave the address and everything. We put it started. So when we went there, we're in the hotel for the first day. It was kind of scary because Hong Kong is not a place that you see a lot of black people. And, you know, there are a bunch of, so to see two big black guys. The first thing they think, oh, we're American, we some celebrity, or you look odd. You feel odd because you don't see too many black people. And then where they had Eto and Igbo map, my man, I said they were selling mwemwe in front of the place. Mwemwe, all kind of things in front of the place. Oh, Asian mwemwe, fish. I said, and they played the program on the show. When we started rolling the tape, we had a secret camera that were rolling the tape. When we went in, when you watch a video, you see the guy say, but there's something. But Hong Kong is a tax haven. So they got a lot of offshore companies there. So it was not something. But the guy said, no, nobody's there. So we went to all the Ayrton and April map loan from the Hong Kong Business Registry. We went to some Ayrton Plaza. We check everywhere. It just didn't exist. And true to be, when we came, I contacted Rodney C. I contacted some other people in the IMF and some of our other partners and told them, say, hey, this thing here, it looks shitty. It's not going good. Samuel Toy said it was lie. They said it was lie. They signed it, but it ended up being a lie. It ended up being a lie. And at least we saved the people because $526 million. Some of the people now that you see supporting, like I was saying, you know what? We will, even if we get loan from the devil, the same government was saying that even we get loan from Satan, we'll go and get it. And we have to develop the country. And they did everything. By the end of the day, it was a lie. And they didn't get the loan. I know it cost the Liberian because we are already signed it into law. So I'm sure the government of Liberia had to pay those guys some money for that mistake. But yeah. And they came again with a mineral swap. The government, they no shot. People, you see, our people, they don't give us credit for coming on these social media, but there are a lot of things the government has said and lied. I'll go in my archive today. You remember when those guys went home China for that stuff? When Samuel Toer flew on that 15,000 business class ticket?
Yes.
They went there. Our partner got something from there. They didn't get nothing from there. They came and say they're doing mineral swap. They would do this one, do that one, and it didn't go nowhere. I mean, for me, I have resigned to the fact that this government has to go. We can play around, and I've been thinking, I've been really doing some soul searching, and I have come to the realization that Greka, Cummings, the opposition, all of them feces. And in order we can discuss opposition stuff later, but we have to get rid of George Weah. It doesn't matter, even we pull or sensible for door there, they'll put that person there that will stop the bleeding. It's not a permanent solution, but we need to stop the bleeding. And in order to stop the bleeding, we all need to take a sober reflection because what I've observed, when you hear the CDC talking about it will win one round, honestly, George Weah have already set the election odds to win. One of the things that you guys have not noticed, the CDC have been investing heavily on new voters. Yes. This is something that I'm saying today that probably most people have not paid attention to. We had Night on the Spoon there where we're talking about it, then we had something, and I've been following it. What these guys are doing, they are going to the honor age children that are not even vote eligible because there is nothing. The whole new biometric something is a mess. The biometric that they're talking about is just only to gather data. They could use the same thing to gather data. I interview NEC officials, and I can tell you, biometric should be when you go to the poll, there are three things you can get from it. Either you use your fingerprint to vote, you use your retina from the eye, or use facial recognition. Right. None of those things going to be happening during the election. What's going to be happening is they're going to just use the biometric to get data and then go to the poll and vote the same old way that we're voting. You see it? So they did not do a good job of identifying Liberians. So that means the National Identification Registry, I think it was somewhere in the news where they were out of money, they stopped. So that should have been the first thing. Identify who your citizens are. So we do not know who Liberian, who not Liberian. Except where they can look at you, they say you're probably from Guinea, or they say you're in Fadiga, you're probably from Senegal, so we'll go show you something. Other than that, anybody else, you can just go. So what you guys have done is to target underage children in the school. We are even hearing rumor. I hear Honorable Yeke saying that they're doing voter registration in the house. It is possible. The machine is a small machine. You can anybody that want wear water, you can register as many people as in your house. The reason here is to gather those data and put it in a system. So let's assume a 16-year-old kid, because one of the things that happened back in the days before the war, right after the war, there were a lot of older people in high school. But if you look at, I mean, it's just common sense. You go in Liberia now, at least in the last 10, 15, well, the 12 years on Ellen, and then the 6 on George Weah is about 6, 7, 8, 18 years. We are seeing that people that are in class are around graduating around the same 18-year-old mark. You're not seeing too many older people in our high school as it used to be. So when you see someone in the senior class, you know that they're probably around 18, 19, or at least 20 or more. So if you see someone that in elementary or something and you see them going to vote, it is not, already disqualifier. But what these guys have done, there was a program they had today, Joe Howard with the LPDP. Yeah. Everything that they are saying that, you know what, we want to welcome new voters, first-time voter. George Weah started the thing when they started with that paying that WASAC or YA fee.
Yes.
To target those other groups that are coming out. That the first thing to get into, you know what, first time in history. The second thing that they started to do, to register those children. So they collect their voter registration card, they keep them. So they go into the school. Do you know how much that could get a job? That could make those guys even win the whole. I don't think we even prepare to have elections, honestly.
So Fadiga, let me ask you this question, because the conversation about the voter strategy that you're talking about,
it is the strategy.
I agree with you that's what they're banging on, and we just knowing it from Monrovia, from the urban area. The question is, what are they doing in the rural area to ensure that plan is implemented? But here is something I wanted to ask you. With this allegation of the young or people who are maybe 15, 16, 14, and yes.
No way to verify. No.
Yes, exactly. So then the question becomes, are you saying that the government is no longer focusing on regular voter strategy or tracking people like they used to do or other people used to do, but rather this is going to be the game plan now to target the youth? Because and what you are saying to also coincide with our biggest voting population are the young people per record. So exactly. Are you saying that? So I don't want for us to discuss, to be honest, I don't want us to go into detail with it, because we have to find a way to mitigate this strategy.
No, but then let's just speak to the biggest problem. And I heard you talk about VP Boyka, and honestly, if I had my will, I wish that the old man could have seen reason to leave the scene and give way to a younger generation, because what I've seen going on with this opposition, we got a bunch of old men that are fighting a younger president. And I think they are sleeping on the wheel. Honestly, if you look at the opposition, I'm not even thinking about ANC, UP, AP anymore. I'm looking at the opposition as a black. They are PC le Keman left foot. Let me tell you something, and let's be honest. We need to stop sugarcoating the thing, because like the future of Liberia is at stake. I said that yesterday. A lot of people, some people were mad, some people were happy, but I said that yesterday. Let me tell you something. In as much as Omen Boyka have not done good, even this ANC CPP have done worse. My man, there are so many things you and myself have said in private. There are so many things that commission have put in place from 2017 up to now. If 6 months to the election, you are still struggling to gain vote, let me tell you something. Boyka and Cummings, none of them have the number. You put it top bottom, you play the electoral map, the take Kumo, take your video. Nobody has the number right now to win George Weah. I can say that for a fact. They do not have the number. Combine the both, combine as an opposition, it's a clear one-round win against George Weah. How they will do it top bottom, it is them to sit down as grown folks in the room, since we're looking up to them, and that is that generation. Last time will be the last time on the scene to give way for some of us to come in. They need to do the right thing by Liberia. We cannot sit down and wait until January and start scratching our head and say, I wish we could just sit down and tell, playing behind. Because let me tell you something. Bweka is effortlessly gathering votes. That is what you get from name recognition. It pains me. He's not the greatest. He will not be the best, but he has name recognition. We saw that in the American elections. We saw when we wrote Biden off, what happened to Biden. It took one man to raise a hand, the establishment jumped behind him. Liberia have an establishment. I mean, I was very adamant, but we have to be realistic, and we have to come to the place that and look at the reality.
But then it stems to something that you said earlier, because we get to the 50 billion stuff, but it stems to something that you said earlier, and this is where part of my concern also comes with the ANC, CPP, and Cummins camp. To be honest with you, Bweka is effortlessly, like you said, being pushed back into the conversation.
Into the conversation.
Yeah. At this stage, if the ANC, CPP, Liberty Party were proactive and strategic, this should not be happening. I'll be honest with you. And like you said, and let me say this, it boils down to them feeling that they got this, but they don't have it.
No.
Because what I'm sensing, to be honest with you, I will say it. What I'm sensing from them is they don't have the strategy, but they don't also want to get people in to help them do what they're supposed to do.
They are delusional. Look, let me tell you something that happened yesterday, and I will say with no fear and something. I'm saying that yesterday. Well, a few days ago, Stanton Waterspoon made an allegation for $50,000 that allegedly Samuel Toy gave those people and they refused. All over the media. The next day I get up in the morning, ANC people fighting it. I used to want to fight for Samuel Toy. Even if you look, it's like we woke up one morning, we retired suffering Roddy. Then the next thing we see, you know why that Roddy was hiring a 70,000 Jawa runner away with it. Who freaking care? Look, people need to start playing fun with us. Honestly, you either be opposition or you go sit down. I am tired playing fun with people. We need to get serious. Things that these people did not do in the last 6 years, we do not expect them. You have to be realistic. My man, if you love Liberia, people need to sit down now and start asking a hard question because it's injury time now. It's injury time. But now, look, the two people still struggling to get vice president. The two people who in the last 6 years, who do we call? Nobody called Taiwan Gonglo. Nobody called Lehman Boy. Nobody calling anybody else. They calling Alex Cummings. They calling Bweka. Alex Cummings Bweka. So, my man, yes. Our election is very predictable. No too much trick in it. No too much trick in it.
Yeah, I agree.
Who will win? They already know. No too much trick in it.
I agree with you. But haven't been able to seize the momentum.
One of them with something. Nobody has seized the momentum. Now Bweka, now Cummings. The two of them making be more to the day. At the end of the day, George Weah will be president and our country. Everything that we know. Can you tell me the people are damaging the country in 6 years? You give them 6 more years, brother, we will not have a country. So let us stop the bleeding. How do we stop the bleeding? Those grown or old folks need to sit down. They're grown up. I don't want if the player I ain't 1 year, nobody tell me say they care, they want to quote. Let me tell you something. The best thing they did for Alex Cummings was to take him to the court. That was one of the best campaign boosts they did for that man. It didn't work. In politics is not static. It is very dynamic. There are some people that insulted me, threatened me. If I tell them, say, I will never speak to them, I will call us speak for them today because they cost me. No, it's not about me. It's about Liberia. People do things because of their country. And is that because of your personal ego? I saw a special assistant to the office chief of staff to Alexander Comey defending or something. Where did these people, which school of politics did these people go to? Politics is a science. It's not a religion. It is clear cut. I'm sorry to be saying it. I'm not hating on no one. I'm not mad at no one. I'm just angry and furious that these guys are these amateurs are playing fun all of the Liberian people, because both sides are amateur. They need to stop it. We need to actually get together and get it to, because Boyka don't have the number. Cummings certainly don't have the number. I will give you one example. If we move George, we have on the race. We put Cummings and Boyka together. Boyka will defeat Cummings today. Not because he's best. Not because, you see, one thing we need to understand, the Liberian people have different priorities. Liberia is a country that the people can be crying for rest. You get in rest, they say they want water. Liberia is a country that you can go to, you get a post school, they say no, they want school, they want chalk. You have to meet the people where they are. Even in a country, they did it. Remember when we used to support Bernie Sanders? Oh, because student loan. You know what the white people want? How many of the white people go to school? They're not a priority. How many immigrants we're talking about if we not collect plenty of student loan here? The people didn't care. The Americans wanted the free, the tax saving, they wanted so many things. The people that actually decide the election here, they decide who the president based on what is important to them, not what important to us. The Liberian people are not stupid. They know what they want. The reason people request their vote in advance is because no matter how good the candidate are, when they come there, as soon as they get there, year in, year off, from generation upon generation, as soon as they get there, they start to steal. So the people rather get their own upfront, small upfront, eat it, and be certified. They don't want plenty.
Thank you.
People need to come together.
Well, folks, this is.
I don't care how they do it. I'm sorry, I wish we had time. They won't get together. They can sit down. We are beating, we sit down, we cry again, we opposition, because how is it?
Let's do this. This conversation will spill.
The conversation is longer than this, you know. I will.
Yeah, the conversation will spill into tomorrow, but I wanted to quickly pick your brain on, because I know we spoke on a little bit about this whole.
Let's get to tomorrow, yeah.
$50 billion. What do you say? Let's throw a light on it. Then we'll
get from there. All right, so. The 50 billion that you guys talking about. First thing, the first place they lie was, it was not the UAE government. That memorandum that we're understanding was signed with a company. That was not done with the UAE government. It was signed. A Blue Carbon it's not a company. It's not a government. It's a company owned by one of the Saudi kings. One of the royal. I forgot his name. So what they did was they signed a memorandum of understanding. We do not know what is in that memorandum of understanding. Someone have to stand and give the Liberian people peace. He says someone have to stand and give the Liberian people. Baron is so true. Liberian peace, people a different option. Yeah, but my thing here is, it's not about giving people options. Options are another thing. But the reality here is, if we can all agree that this president has to move, then how do we remove him? Because the biggest problem right now, the biggest elephant in the room right now, is a group of sophisticated young men that have groomed themselves to drain the country. When one person build whole city, when you see somebody building a mausoleum for the man, when you see people millions of dollars unaccounted for, you have to stop the bleeding. The more money you give to people, the more they can manipulate the system and so on. So how do you remove them from there? The two biggest opposition political candidates are not doing it. Boyka has been dormant for the last 6 years. We have heard little of him. Cummings have been talking a little, but Cummings have been struggling to make end way to actually. I don't think he's understanding the people yet. The strategy has been very weak, and how do we know it? 6 months to the election, we are not seeing the excitement. We all have people back home that will call. We all have people in different villages, in different towns, in different cities back home that we call and talk to. We say, oh, that man, we hear you, the other one. So let us come. It's time for us to face the reality. There's no big heart thing. There's no acting cocky. There's no ego. There's no who got it no more. They don't. The reality is, workers do not have it. Communists do not have it. But with a combined team, yes, someone will say, oh, they had it before they break it. Don't hell with that. It's politics. Some people can be causing people Maya today, they're Sunday tomorrow. It's politics. We saw millionaire, billionaire bowing down to Donald Trump. You think because they were not successful? How many wealthy people that didn't bow to Donald Trump and were doing stupid things around? No, it's politics. It's not religion. It's not, you cannot take a position and marry it for better or worse. You have to have some level of flexibility, because if you are not flexible, you can stubbornly lose and lick your wound later on. This year is too much. The breakout, the Cummings of me, I used to support Cummings. I still do. I still believe that he has a lot to offer. What I do not believe is he has not leveraged his resources wisely. And people behind keep telling me, no, stop giving false hope. Breakout either. Stop giving these people false hope. Tell them the truth. We need to stop telling them the truth.
Well, again, I would have to agree with you that the Cummings side have not been able to leverage or seize the opportunity.
Steve-O, let me say this one thing.
And that's a huge concern. But say the last thing, and then we'll close up for today.
Yeah,
let's want to pick up the conversation
to be on. But let me just say this. I want to say something about that carbon something. Liberia need to be very careful with that carbon 50 million or something. It's a very thing. For some of you that don't know, or probably people get onto more research, you got something called carbon credit and carbon offset. The carbon market is a huge business right now. One of the things I want you to look at when you look at the carbon credit, I want you to look at the price on the market right now and look at the price strength. This thing started at $10, 10, 12. Now, for I don't know whether it was a metric ton or 1 metric ton, it is almost $80 now per a metric ton of carbon credits. And what carbon credit most people don't know is that a lot of countries or companies that are polluted thoughts, because there is something called cap and trade. So all those CO2, climate change, the world have come to the point that they say you can only emit this amount of CO2 gas per year in order for to save the planet. You can only emit this amount of greenhouse gas per year. So if you pass that, you cannot do it anymore. So what do? You look for countries that are not polluters, like Liberia. And then you can purchase their carbon credit, because each person is like, everybody get one credit. You know, you based on the mark, the tree. It's an elaborate scheme that the way to track the credit, the carbon credit. So after they have gotten it, so in short, I would just say, if Liberia are not careful, few years from now, when we ready start to become another industrial country and want to start developing and using our credit, we'll probably purchase it 2-3 times that price. By that time, George, we are at home, but finish eating the money upfront. You know, so we'll go more into that later. But Steve-O, right now, I'm done with the Cummings worker, who this, who that. I don't even care. I don't even see two of them looking ugly before me right now. Both of them looking ugly. I even want to entertain anything about Sonny, because, my man, the reason we're still talking about Boyka is because one group did not do best. With everything that's going on, but man, the reality here is, when you put 10 people down right now, that woman just saying that nothing is doing. The people that are on a few fighting over the, something is not right. Something is not clicking. And I know what that is. I won't want to say it on a public forum. I'd rather tell them in the background, because I don't want to jeopardize their campaign, but I know the problem. We know what the problem is. They need to listen to some of us, because we will lose. Come January, we'll sit down and be licking our wound. Hey man, I wish we had done it this way. It will be too late. There's no time for trial and error. We need to get it together. Unity is the only way forward.
I have a different take, but because of time. But like I said, we'll talk behind the scenes.
I listened to you earlier, and you made some fine point. For my man.
My man, when you are done with the show, let's talk about big.
You know, let me tell you one of the things my pastor, I'll leave with a message for my dad told me. My dad told me, says, son, you say the only right that you have is the one that you can defend evenly and successfully. Even in IRA, if you can defend it, just leave it. I see you guys, man.
Man, we'll talk after the show. We'll catch up. Well, that was I'll help you out with some context and clarity on some things here. I will be back tomorrow. Someone else that will be joining us tomorrow will be Lofa Julius. Lofa will be joining us via the phone. But give me a second. I got to take this call really quick. I want to say something to you guys before I leave. Well, tomorrow we have Sekou on. Tomorrow we have Al back on. We have Lofa on, who will be joining us either via phone or coming up on live, but that will have to be determined. We send our prayers to Lofa, who is not too well, but he definitely has been following the conversation. He wanted to chime in, but because of time's sake, definitely we have scheduled with him to be on tomorrow. He will have the option to come in via the phone or from to come on live. But I wanted to say this to you. I want you to keep this in your mind. Tomorrow we'll talk extensively about the Black Eye case that we started to make here and tell you some of the mistakes that were made, and tell you exactly what would be leading to this. But I can say this to you. I want to confirm this, that there is a serious noise between the Black Eye and the Costa camp. I can confirm to you also that as things look, if all factors stay constant, Costa will be walking away from the Black Eye camp. Remember that. It's very serious. There's been so much infight, so much disagreements on Puaka becoming the rescue 2. But we who support Costa for the rescue 2 position want to raise funds for him. Joe Paul, he got a hole. Joseph Puaka, he got a hole. I understand that you're jealous. People in the unity party want to bring noise in our party, but we got to rescue the country. Mr. Henry Costa has done tremendously well for himself. But here's my advice to Costa. Costa made, talking plenty and saying that you know this, you know that, and you understand this, and you forget about yourself, it's bad. If Costa does not seize the opportunity, he will never be anything in Liberia. Costa has had so much opportunities to make history, to be recorded in the history of Liberia in the world. For example, the June 7 protests. We could have never had a whole show where Halu Baluto were talking if that June 7 protest, they had stuck with the plan. But because they sold the birthright of the Liberian people. But it coming back to bright him. The same people don't trust him. They don't respect him. They don't see him as a political figure. And like I've always said, from a qualitative and a quantitative standpoint, Costa can make nobody to win election. Costa does not have no numbers to win any election. Nobody will fool you. Costa made a huge blunder, a strategic blunder these few days. If I were advising him, one of my recommendations to him, the money that they're talking about, I would have told him before they flew Jose Yuma Puaka to Ghana, he should have taken some of that money and go to Liberia. In that politics, have a strategic conversation with the people in the Unity Party. All of them more dragging, they're hungry, they quit the tape, bruh. Have a conversation with them. Let them know where your planes are. You tell one of them and carry in one hotel suit right now and sell it there and say, "Who talk?" Or carry them Ghana. Say, "Gentlemen, who talk? This is what I propose. This is what I want." All of them will fall in line. But now you're not having a discussion. They would have had an internal fight regulated. Me vuna say not small change police. I don't change police, mama. I just understand the issue. Don't see me, not see all of them. We can talk all, but we'll talk all. But anyways, there could be a serious fight between Joseph Boakai and Costa in the next few weeks. Remember this. It's on. Again, serious fight. Something serious is brewing. So some of you who follow Costa, very interesting. Let me just read this to you and we'll close. Tomorrow you don't want to miss the show. For some of you who follow Costa, here are some of the things he's writing now. Good day, my dear friends. I wish you all a beautiful and blessed week. Don't Pedro. But he stopped that. This is what he said. He's giving you a hint about the next move. Let's hear. Knowing when to walk away is wisdom. Being able is courage. Walking away with grace and your head up high is dignity. The noise that coming. I'll be playing around. You think this is a joke? You really think this is a joke? To the United Party people who have been fighting our TK, Rescue 1, Rescue 2, those jealous boys in the party, those jealous boys in the party, we have been undermining our movement. God there. God there. God there. Remember, your political leader is exposed. And if you keep on with it, it will not be easy. Anyways, let me thank one or two of our people who have made contributions to us. Thank you so much to SKTV. One of them said they don't want a name to be called, but the other people didn't mind, so we'll call the names. Here is it. Brooks, Hoxton Brooks, send us $100. Thank you so much for your contribution. Lucretia, send us $10. Thank you so much. Another person sent $20, but they said they didn't want a name mentioned. Those were the updates that we got today. Don't miss tomorrow. Jose Yomabuaga has set himself up for some serious noise. I don't know how he will get out of this noise. But this could plunge the Unity Party for good. Thank you for following SKTV as always. Thank you for your support. I'm back on Facebook, Moses. All of you who've been missing me are back now. Are there. I'm on Facebook. All of you have been missing me are here. And I come back. Those of you who reach our hours away from Facebook, thank you. Appreciate it. Again, if we get the updates, we're following the story of Liska and Buffer Chambers. Very interesting story. We got one side of the story. We're waiting to hear the other side because we like to report balancedly. When we get the other side of the story, we'll report it to you. We'll tell you exactly what's been going on. Don't rush. We are back. We are back. Thank you.
Lump.
beats.
Find a friend like me. Find a friend like me. If you not want betrayal, find a friend like me. Find a friend like me. Find a friend like me. If you not want betrayal, find a friend like me.
Bombe oh, find a friend like me. Bombe jene oh, find a friend like me. Find a friend like me. Find a friend like me.
Hey, see bestie. Your bestie not sweet like my bestie. Your bestie da la bestie. Find a friend like me.
I say, see bestie, bestie wanting to